More and more people are turning to crowdfunding websites as a way to source money to turn their ideas into reality. One of those sites is Boosted, a not-for-profit focused primarily on the arts. And Dunedin Ambassador Dudley Benson joins us now to talk about it. Good evening.
Poor Maria, Rebecca.
Now, what is your role as the Boosted Ambassador?
My role is to encourage Dunedin artists, art groups and arts organisations to have a campaign for their project in which they can raise money from the community to bring those projects to fruition.
Is there an increasing number of people who are looking at crowdfunding to get their projects off the ground?
I think so. Crowdfunding's kind of entered the public lexicon a lot more in the past few years. We've got Pledge Me and Give a Little, which people might have heard of. But what makes Boosted different is that we're only about funding arts projects. So in Dunedin, we're still a little bit behind some of the other regions. Auckland and Wellington, there tends to be more boosted and crowdfunding projects, and yet the projects that we do have down here are really well supported. So there's a real market for us local artists to have these campaigns.
Do people who actually set up on these websites need a lot of guidance in order to get a good success rate?
It's like anything. Some people are really naturally savvy at promoting themselves and working with our online platform, whereas others are not, and that's what I'm here for.
Who is eligible to use Boosted?
Really anyone that has a creative project that they want to see funded. It's really up to the community to then fund that. Boosted, I think, have only turned away very few projects in the 3 years that it's been running. And in that time, we've raised over $2 million for New Zealand artists and arts projects.
Oh, very nice. Can you tell us about the recent partnership with the DCC?
Yeah, the Dunedin City Council brilliantly have recognised how important a tool Boosted is for our local artists and arts groups. So they've essentially, as part of their arts strategy, have put some funding aside that supports me as the ambassador to then support our artists and arts organisations through one-on-one meetings with me and also workshops that will be happening over the next 6 months in the city.
What will the workshops involve?
They involve me introducing Boosted like as a kind of a 101 general introduction to our community. So I talk about what Boosted is, how people can make a campaign, the ins and outs, the do's and the don'ts, and generally encourage people to do it.
What are some of the projects that you're working with now?
Recently, we've had a really exciting campaign for local artist Katrina Thompson, who as a sculptor and installation artist went to Iceland. She was invited to a Fresh Winds Biennale. So she had a campaign for $2,000 to get there, and the Dunedin community supported her well beyond that. She ended up raising $4,500. Nice. So she was in Iceland in December representing us, which was wonderful.
Oh, wonderful. Boosted Dunedin Ambassador Dudley Benson, thanks so much for your time.
Thank you, Rebecca.